Hello, YouTube. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever the case may be. It is July 5th. Glorious. Wife got a shave there from yesterday. So today, what I did is I did some editing of the videos, and I found out the videos are way too long. Way too long. So I'm going to kind of narrow them down. Today is paint day. So we're going to go through painting. Now, I decided that I'm going to use the rattle can. I'll show you that here in a little bit. Got all my paint supplies up here on the bench, but I'll kick over there in a second, kind of show you in detail what I'm going to do. I'm not going to paint all the parts because I like a product here in Florida. We use what they call Corrosion X. Corrosion X is the product. And so I'm going to only paint the mating surfaces and then leave the rest. That makes painting a little bit easier, reduces weight. Someone calculated out that painting a RV10 with prime and everything adds about 10 pounds. Now I need to lose a lot more than 10 pounds, but 10 pounds is 10 pounds. So I'm going to just paint the mating surfaces, and I'll show you what that is here in a little bit. But I've got everything not set up yet, but I got it on the bench. I'm gonna stop this, and then we're gonna kick back over, and I'll show you exactly what I mean there. But thank you for joining us. And you know, if someone says smash, like, whatever, I don't care. Do whatever you wanna do, but today is painting day. All right, so here we go. We got the parts on the table. I got to disassemble that. I'll get that taken care of, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about painting and everything. So I went with this SEM Primer Self-Etching Primer paint. Highly recommended from other users and everything. So I'm going to give this a shot. Normal painting prep, got acetone there to clean off all the pieces. I've got my tape that I'm gonna tape up, got my PPE. I had no idea what PPE was. I guess I did learn something from COVID, but I got my PPE, my gloves, all of that. And then, like I said, I am only going to be painting the mating surfaces. I'm not gonna paint all of this, and that will make painting a little bit easier because I'll be able to hold it here, but I'm just gonna paint all the mating surfaces. So if a piece matches up to another one, it's gonna get painted and everything. So the process of painting, Scotch-Brite, I've already Scotch-Brite a lot of these, but I'm going to Scotch-Brite them again. And then I'm going to clean them with the acetone, wipe them down, let them set. I'm going to open up the door here. I got the fan going in the back. It's going to hopefully blow everything out and get that all blown out. And take off my red dots and everything, those do not dimple dots that we talked about yesterday. Take those off and everything. So, I'm gonna try this little gadget here. I think, you know, for spraying and everything. So with that, I should have the table prepped, everything ready to go. I got paper, stuff like that to get the overs. All right, so with that, you guys, the lighting in here, I know it's pretty bad, but there's the front side. So you gotta wait 20 minutes. It's 2 to 5 minutes between coats, 3 coats. And so there is the front side. It is drying, so I'm going to wait 20 minutes, and then I will flip everything over and I will paint the back side. I went through about a half a can, about a quarter of a can of that of the SEM paint. This is what I'm using, self-etching primer by SEM. The nozzle on this is really nice. It actually fans out. Keep it about 5 inches or so. One thing I did notice with the fan running in the back is that it did cause a lot of that fan is throwing out a lot of air, so it's a lot of dispersant and everything. But everything looks really good. The lighting in here, I do apologize, is bad, but there you go. There's the top side. We'll wait 20 minutes, flip everything over, lift the door back up, wheel this back out there, and do the back side. And then that will wrap up our painting for today. So what I wanted to do is open the door and see if we can get some better light so you guys can see. Real good coverage. Little light here. I'll hit that up again. A little light there. But everything else looks really well. Little light there. So I'll just bump that again. Probably throw on another coat here. And we'll let that set again, and then we'll go back through. So I got a little orange peel right there. Nothing nothing major. So far, real happy with this product. We'll see how it holds up though, how it chips. A lot of people said the rattle can, unlike the epoxy, does not chip. I paint epoxy boats, or boats with epoxy, and I can tell you that stuff is like steel. So I would not expect the rattle can to work as good as the epoxy, but this is doing its job. You know, sometimes you got to get the tools to do the job. So let me go ahead and touch these up, and I'll be back. So okay, so I did another coat, and that was the trick. These things look really, really good. In a former life, when I was much younger, much skinnier, and much more talented, I'd have to say I worked for a major car manufacturer. My first real professional job that pretty much told me that I didn't want to work in a factory all my life was I worked in paint and body. So I learned how to paint. I learned how to do leading. Yes, they do lead, or they did leading. And I will have to say that this SEM product did a really good job. I have a couple orange peel here and here that I see here, but the coverage is really good. I do see a little there. It's not necessarily orange peel splatter. That was from where the fan was blowing and overspray. That's overspray. One thing that I would do differently if I was doing this again, I would actually use 2 or 3 benches, give myself a lot more room to paint and my parts. But that's what that is. You're seeing that's overspray from when I was spraying this piece, it was falling on it. It's okay though, it's coverage. That's what we're looking for. We want to get coverage and everything. So that's okay. I can live with that, no big deal with that. If it was exterior paint, yes, I would be highly upset. But that's what that is. That's overspray. So the only thing I would probably do differently than what I'm doing here is I'd give myself a lot more room. To be honest with you, a professional, I'd be in a booth doing this, but this is not bad at all for being on a bench, and it will serve its purpose. Now the question is, will it actually adhere? A lot of people say that the rattle can does chip, and it does, and it's really, if you want a professional, you have to, or not a professional, but if you want a really hard surface paint, you got to go with the epoxy. There's nothing like it. Like I said, I paint boats with epoxy. I use a product called Lexaseal. Great product. They actually started out in the aeronautics, marine, yacht business doing paint. I'll probably paint the airplane, the exterior, with a Lexaseal. And more than likely, I'll probably paint it myself since I do know how to do that. But for a rattle can, I am not going to complain. Actually, I am mildly surprised. You know, these mistakes, this is me. This is not the product. This is me and overspray. So don't duck them, but it looks like it really well. It flows really well. And you can tell when you look into here, move my finger around it, because these curved down. So really good flow, really good coverage. It took 3 coats is what I did, 3 coats. And like I said, that overspray actually came on the 3rd coat, and that's exactly what it is. It's just overspray. Hopefully I didn't get the truck over there. No, I didn't. So good stuff. Got about 10 more minutes. Let this dry. I'm gonna flip everything over and repeat. All right. So there you go. They are done. Looking really good. That's actually a play. That's shadows from the light, but everything looks really good. Both sides done, and we are good. Now what we'll do, I won't be back here. I see a spot there. I'll hit that real quick. So what we're going to do is let these set up, let them cure for at least 24 hours. We've got a hurricane coming, or tropical storm now coming, so I'm not going to be here tomorrow anyways, plus I got to work. So we're going to let these cook overnight, get that done, reset the bench, and then we are going to actually paint the inside along the rivet lines of this. I'm not going to paint the whole inside. What I will do is take that, mask that off, and paint the inside, just the rivet lines as that as well, because all of this aluminum builds a natural patina that we're, you know, I want to say corrosion, has a natural corrosion resistance. But when you get, you know, we got brass rivets and stuff, you got the metals coming together, anywhere where water can collect, especially here in Florida, you know, you do have that potential for corrosion. Like I said, my plane will always be Corrosion X every year. They tell you 2 years, I'll do it every year. It's a cheap investment, but this is also another, just an added bonus. So like I said, I want to say thank you and everything, and we will reconvene in 2 days after the tropical storm, if we're still here, and we will get the skin done. I'll get this off the bench, and we'll start putting some rivets into these pieces. So, you know, I want to say thank you, and have a great rest of your day.